Why? Okay, now you work. What if I do it that way? Okay, is that working now? Looks like it. Okay, I think that worked. All right, don't know why it was doing that, but okay. It's gonna put all my good morning. It's gonna put all my gifts above his head. That's what's gonna happen now. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, hello. Hi, Dragon's Kelt. Hi, Justin. Hi, Geronimus. Hi, Peter Lakin. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon. We're here. I got it. I got it to work, I think. I think so. It wasn't at first, but it's like the way that I'm talking to Brother Mod, just so everybody knows. It's the like order in which I have to push certain buttons. So I have to go live on Tubes and Purple Witch first, then turn the virtual camera on, then bring up TikTok. So I just have to remember that every time. I am not, Jen. I will cover Pam Bondi tomorrow. I would much prefer to get specific clips of specific important things and fact check that way, to have all the relevant documents to fact check her. Today I'm doing Todd Lyons. So Todd Lyons testified in front of a House committee yesterday, and that is the clips and stuff that I have today. Hi, Lynatti. Thank you. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And then I will do Pam Bondi tomorrow, I believe, is my plan. But hello, everybody. I appreciate you guys coming in this morning. Welcome in, Olive Raiders. Hi. Thank you, Lynatti. Kicking out my gift gallery. I appreciate you guys for lighting up that gift gallery. I know the gift gallery is kind of a pain because it has to be like that amount of gifts from the same person. So I know that is a pain. It is a lot, but I do appreciate you guys when you light that up. So thank you guys so much. And we will start getting started. Over there on the Purple Witch. Hi, Eli. I see you. Hi, A Wild Yami Enters. I see you. It's good to see you guys. I see you over there on the tubes. Different setup, so hopefully it'll be a little bit easier today. Let's see. Bring up my backup. Bring up the work wef. Maybe. Hello.
Hello. I was just gonna say, Jen, I basically paused, so we were watching part of it. We've been pausing and doing commentary on it. I have it where it's at right now. It's after, I believe his last name is Peterson from Wisconsin, was showing a video of a bunch of Democrats talking about closing the border and talking about undocumented immigrants and stuff like that. So if you guys want, after Monica's, I will be live again, and we will be doing the same thing we did this morning because Trump supporters won't come up and talk to me, and I can't really yell at people. So. Dentist's orders, I guess.
Dentist. Yeah, true. I mean, we gotta make sure you heal well.
I am.
106 people in here. We will start getting started this morning. Let me do my daily little spiel. Good morning or good afternoon if you are on the East Coast or whatever timelines are woke. I appreciate you guys being here this morning. If you could tap that screen, share the live, do your daily heart me if you have not done so. I would appreciate it so much. I do have my 100 goal today. This is supplemental income for my family. This is my job. This is money that I make to be able to save for a car and save for my own computer setup to make this a lot more professional for you. So if you guys could help with that, I would appreciate it. The Cash App, Venmo, PayPal is in the bio. If you can't do that, just tap that screen, make sure we're sharing it out. I'm going to put up a new little gift goal so that we can get that going and push us onto the algorithm so we can have conversations today, guys. I appreciate you being here. All right. So let's get into... I do have... First off, we're just going to start with something kind of ridiculous. They're still crying about the halftime show. Just crying about the halftime show. And it is just overt racism. That's all it is. They feel stupid that they don't speak Spanish, and oh, how we cry. So we're going to play. This is Representative Mark Alford talking about possibly investigating the Bad Bunny performance with the FCC. So
over to the Bad Bunny bad performance of the Super Bowl halftime. We are still investigating this. There's a lot of information that has come out about the lyrics. I saw the halftime show and was switching back and forth with the TPUSA halftime show. The lyrics, from what we have seen from Bad Bunny, are very disturbing. And if it holds true that I don't speak fluent Spanish, okay? I know how to ask where the bathroom is, but these lyrics, if it is true what was said on national television, we have a lot of questions for the entities that broadcast this, and we'll be talking with Brendan Carr from the SEC about this. But this could be much worse than the Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction. Let's put it that way.
But at least that was a malfunction.
It's just racism. That's all it is. It is just crying about the fact that they don't understand Spanish when and I know many people have talked about the lyrics in regards to Kid Rock's songs, literally talk about statutory rape, but go off. Sure, cry harder that you can't speak Spanish. Okay. Let's see, because I had quite a bit. Let's do Todd Lyons was a majority of it, I believe, though.
They won't complain about Kid Rock lyrics. They won't complain about Toby Keith songs, which are literal songs talking about sugar babies and adult men preying on children.
All right. So we're going to go down here. We're going to go to the Ted Lyons committee hearing. So he, again, I said he testified in front of committee yesterday, and we're going to talk about specifically here. This video is about asking about body cams. I don't think it is a ridiculous thing. Nobody thinks it's a ridiculous thing for them to have to wear body cameras. So they're going to ask, are people wearing body cameras, and how much? While we're sitting here, if we could tap that screen, get to 10,000 likes, and after we get to 10,000, we can get to 15,000. That would be wonderful. Over there on the tubes and the Purple Witch, I will turn the phone lines on in just a moment. I just would like to get a couple videos out in the outline, and then you guys can come cry, and we can talk, of course.
I'm just trying to get the number of ICE agents who have cameras on their body as of today.
Approximately 3,000, sir.
3,000 out of how many?
Out of approximately 13,000, sir, that are in the field.
So you have 3,000 out of 13,000 who have cameras.
Yes, sir.
I'm just trying to get the...
That's it? Only 3,000 officers out of the 13,000 officers that you have out there doing work have body cameras? And we've seen what they've been doing. Thank goodness for everybody else having phones. God knows what they're doing, because 10,000 of them don't have body cameras. What happened to you guys saying, don't tread on me? Why aren't they Aren't they doing that? So, in that same vein, we're going to ask him about hiring.
So if you hired somebody for ICE today, how much training would they receive before they become a full-time agent?
So for a person off the street who has never been a law enforcement officer, they're looking at approximately 3 months of training, sir.
And the 47 days is for who?
That is for everyone that hasn't, who's never worked for ICE, sir. So you could have someone that's a Capitol Police officer. They would not have to go through extended training for when it comes to defensive tactics, firearms, et cetera. They would have to go through the rigorous immigration training, which unfortunately immigration law is just as confusing and long as tax code, which we have to ensure that we devote that extensive time to.
Thank you.
So, the 47 days, the smaller training is about people who have prior law enforcement experience. Now, the issue with that is, are they being properly vetted? Not necessarily that we can trust that they are. So, where was that one? I had one on hiring. Hold on, let me find it. Because how do we know if they're being properly vetted in their hiring? So we're asking about hiring Jan 6ers specifically.
Has ICE hired anyone who was charged with a crime related to the January 6th riot here at the Capitol?
Sir, I don't have that information, but I would say no.
Would you, could you find out and please report back?
Yes, sir, I'll get that. I'll take that as a gift.
Would you hire someone
Why don't you know that? You know people are going to ask. Why don't you know that if you've hired any Jan 6ers? I think you should know that.
who attacked police officers here on January 6th, even though they were unfortunately pardoned by the president?
Sir, we take assault on law enforcement very serious, and we have a good, strenuous vetting program. I'm sure.
Thank you. Has ICE hired
I would like to see what that vetting program is. Personally, I don't know why you guys are just fine with whatever the government does all of a sudden. It's interesting to me. Okay, I'm going to turn these phone lines on. I still have outline stuff to do that we can do. Guys, make sure we are supporting your content creators. I put together these outlines so you don't have to, so that I can give you this information. Let me... to move that later. And guys, remember, I am multi-streaming, so I am over on the Tubes of You and the Purple Witch. If you guys would like to go over there and do the free either subscribe or follow, that would be awesome. I would love that. Let me put, again, me fighting with the GIFs on TikTok forever. That's just what's going to be. See if you look.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
I'm very good, ma'am. I'm a retired police officer from the city of New York, 34 years of service.
Cool. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
All right. And can I get how old are you in your state again one more time?
New York State, ma'am. New York City, 65 years of age, retired.
Cool. Why are you still supporting Trump?
I like him. I like many of his policies. He's done well for my department when I was working, and now that I'm retired. When the previous administration tried to take away my disability, which was given to me, with all medical and paperwork that was proven that I did have my injury related to my job, I had to sue the Biden government, and I got it back under President Trump, whose administration got it for me in the first place.
What did the VA change under the Biden administration in order for you to have trouble claiming your disability?
You mentioned VA. I'm not a vet. I'm not a veteran.
I apologize. Your disability though. What did Biden change within the disability process?
Well, they said something changed in my medical write up and so on. But once a sitting judge gives a directive and an order, and it's in black and white, and I've had it from 2020 until say 2020, late 2023, 2024, then I shouldn't be bothered.
What did the Biden administration's change under that?
Oh, Biden we argued for months on that, and then they finally said that they made a mistake. That's exactly what they told Mike Bernie.
That doesn't mean that they changed anything. It just means that the department, and not Biden specifically, I think Biden handled your claim
ma'am, when you
specifically.
go into, let me explain one thing to you.
No, I don't
When
need you
go
to
in-
explain anything to me.
When
You
go
guys
into
believe
court,
in magic. You
when you go
believe
into
no,
court, ma'am, when
You
you go
guys
into court,
believe
when
in
you go into
magic.
federal
You
Social
believe
Security
that
court,
just
you
because
sue the
Biden was in office, that things went wrong. They made a mistake. I agree. And you appealed it and you went through that process to receive it and you got it back under Trump. But it wasn't because of anything Trump did. You didn't sue the Biden administration. You appealed your denial through the disability process of the federal government. You would have to show me that the Biden administration went in and specifically changed something in the disability department that resulted in you losing it. And then you appealed it. They admitted they made a mistake and gave it back to you. I don't believe in magic. I guess I should blame Trump because I just filed for the recertification of my SNAP. And although I have filed it, we filed it in December. It wasn't due until the end of this month. I would have thought that they would have gave us the rollover because it wasn't due to the end of this month, but we finished it early. Didn't receive my SNAP payment this month. So I guess I should blame Trump. That's Trump's fault that I didn't get my SNAP payment, right? Because Trump directly deals with SNAP, right? He obviously read my case and said, Monica, no. That's what happened, right?
It's like they looked at your voting record or something.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Crow.
Hey, I just wanted to point out that, like, I got my disability under Biden, but I wouldn't give Biden credit for it.
Right. Of course not. That's silly.
It's a correlation causation issue. I'm saying this both as somebody that's on these programs in terms of disability and also administers these programs for my day job, right? Social Security is notoriously one of the most finicky motherfuckers on the planet. Like, I am literally dealing with Social Security for a client as we speak because they got kicked off of their it's called the Healthy Horizons health plan, because Social Security, when they turned 60, kicked them off of marked them as no longer disabled and getting regular retirement. So it kicked them off of their accessory programs because Social Security is a finicky motherfucker.
Right. So if you're going to, my thing is, if you're going to blame the Biden administration, show me what directive or thing passed by him or Congress went through that changed your disability being denied to you. Or
I told you, I told you, I sued him. Okay, they had no answer. That's correct. During the Biden administration, I got my disability during the Trump administration. And all of a sudden I have it from 2020 until late 2023 to 24, and they send me a letter. Your information is incorrect. This is incorrect. That's incorrect. It was signed off by a Social Security judge. Okay? And I went back to the same judge, and it was heard before the same judge again.
That's not Biden.
This is what I'm telling you.
What did Biden do to make that happen?
Biden's Social Security Administration.
It's not his.
Staff,
It doesn't belong
the
to him.
Commissioner all the way down.
You know that
and
most
I am allowed
of the
to sue the president.
You guys don't understand how government offices work. Government
They're the ones
offices,
that appointed these people to that department.
Who did he appoint? 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 Who did he appoint in the Social Security Administration?
He appointed the person that heads the Social Security Administration.
Who was that? Who was it?
That's like 3 years ago.
Oh, you sued them. You should know because you didn't sue Biden. I damn sure know your court case didn't say versus Biden.
When you go into court, ma'am, you sue the gentleman at the top, and he's responsible for the person that took my stuff away from me. So I don't know. Let me ask you a question.
Hang on. Mark.
Why are you getting snapped? You look very healthy.
Mark.
You look very good. You can talk on the phone. You're running your mouth out here. You're demeaning.
I know you're going to go after poor people now as you cry about your Social Security disability, bitch. So, yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Olive.
It was Kilian Kajewski. It was the acting commissioner, head of Social Security admin. After he left, Martin O'Malley was confirmed by the Senate and served as SSA commissioner from December 2023 into 2024. So, sir, you did not sue Biden. You more than likely sued this Kilian Kajewski, who was acting commissioner at the time. And then maybe went into O'Malley. Because I don't think you understand how government
Yeah,
works.
so
It's a
O'Malley.
three-part appeals price. It's
Right.
a three-part appeals process too. Like, this is unique. This is like universal across all federally funded programs. First appeal goes to a review board within the office. Then it goes to either a state or federal review board, and then the final appeal goes to an actual like judge. Right? Like that is a universal appeals process for all federally funded programs.
Did he run?
He must have. Anyway, well, thank you, Crow. I appreciate you. I'm going to drop you down.
Yep.
Bubber.
All right. I'll open those phones like.
Someone just asked you to debate Andrew Wilson. Fucking
Absolutely
gross
not.
as shit. You can
Also-
screen record this. I give two fucks. Andrew Wilson is worse than fucking Andrew Tate, in my opinion.
It's not even that. The fact that he debated with RTP and told him, I will concede the argument to you based off of your facts, but can we continue the argument based off of my opinion? He conceded based off of statistics. He just wants to talk about his feelings. Could give a fuck about Andrew Wilson. Smoke some more cigarettes, buddy. All right.
Also, I can open a pickle jar. So
Also that. I moved the wrong one. How did I do that? Okay, let's fix that. I'm messing up my outline, guys. Okay.
no. Boop the screen, guys. Come on, let's get us to 50K by the midday.
And let's see. My goal has not been touched. Guys, I love you all, but we've been really slacking on it. I know it's hard. I know times are tough and money is a lot. But you guys, at that point, I could just go and find a way to bike or something to a job. Like, I need you guys to support me here. Like, I absolutely need you to. Or else
Links in the bio.
I can't be here.
Y'all help me help Monica.
Sorry, guys. I just need to move this from my outline.
Don't you worry, Lynette. We will go through it all. We will go through it all. We will talk about it all. We will laugh about it all. I'm seeing clips surface, and I don't want anything to be ruined.
Like I said, I'll cover it tomorrow. It's a lot easier because the thing is we get caught in the chaos when we're watching things live, and I would much prefer to have their fact-checking. So I'll go over it tomorrow, but you guys can watch whatever you want to watch. All right, that's back in order now. So let's do, we're going to go over the fact that ICE has been asking people for papers. And so Blumenthal is going to ask him about what kind of governments do that.
Now, you are aware, of course, and there's well-documented, numerous well-documented instances of people, American citizens, being asked to show and prove their citizenship. Do you know what other regimes in the 20th century required similar proof of citizenship?
Yes, sir.
What?
Sir, there was various nefarious regimes that did that.
Is Nazi Germany one?
Yes, but
Is the Soviet Union one?
I honestly,
Sir,
have to
I'm
stop
asking
you
the
right
questions.
there, sir.
Is the Soviet Union one?
Yes, sir, but I totally,
now-
this is the wrong type of questioning. You
No,
should be asking me.
I'll tell you what the wrong type
But
of
actually,
thing
sir,
is. Sir,
is
it's
the
my
Holocaust
time.
Museum is
Reclaiming
down
my
at 14th
time,
and
sir.
Independence. If you want to go see
Reclaiming my
Nazism,
time,
that's what
Mr.
it is.
Chairman.
It's not the men and women of ICE that are out there doing it every day. So to say that the men and women of ICE that
Mr. Chairman, I'm reclaiming my time. I would like my
wrong.
time back, please. Please give me another 15 seconds because he was unnecessarily speaking. You said in your opening statement
Damn.
that references to ICE
Yes, Audie.
as the Gestapo or the secret police encourages threats against ICE agents.
100%.
The problem is you have it backwards, sir. People are simply making valid observations about your tactics, which are un-American and outright fascist. So I have a simple suggestion. If you don't want to be called a fascist regime or secret police, then stop acting like one. But people are simply just observing what they are seeing. And that's why people are making those comments.
Right. So even Todd Lyons admits that when you have police forces that are asking you for papers, most of the times we see they're not on the right side of history. So you guys can keep crying about that, but it's just the truth. Let's see.
Blue Menthol looks like Michael Scott.
Let me pull this up. W. Scotty for the 5 on the Pal Pay for the boost for the Dollar Train. Choo choo. And also big W's to Lenati for the 5-0 on the Green app for being my favorite Monica, as I say in Spanish. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Let me update that. It means everything to me. I mean that. Where's my little text box? There it is.
Also, Ari, are we recovery buddies? I think we are.
Yes, you and Aria.
We are recovery buddies.
That's true.
Yay!
All right. So then, now, Lyons is going to be asked about whether is ICE asking people for papers?
5 minutes of questions. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Lyons, what guidance have you given to your agents about asking people walking on the streets of America to show proof of citizenship?
Sir, as I stated earlier, the men and women of ICE, deportation officers, special agents, we conduct targeted intelligence-driven operation. We don't walk around on the streets asking people about their American citizenship.
Really? So all of those individual American citizens who have been randomly asked are lying. Is that what you're saying?
Sir, if the men and women of ICE are conducting an investigation, whether it be for Title VIII immigration enforcement or Title 18 criminal enforcement, they'll ask someone their nationality.
Right, but that's not targeted because they're asking all sorts of American citizens, including off-duty law enforcement. Now, have you directed at any...
So, he's claiming that they don't ask for papers. And they don't ask for you to prove your citizenship. Which is interesting.
See, I've never...
Videos to the contrary. You're fine, go ahead.
I've never really heard of Todd Lyons before.
He's the acting director of ICE.
Trying to see if he has ties with, he who shall not be named.
So here's an example, one of many, of them asking about your citizenship.
Yes, you are required to.
Where do you say?
Look, sir, you're going to do this the easy way or are we going to take you in?
You cannot take me in.
Yes,
I'm
I
in
can.
my private.
Yes, I can. Do you
just
have documentation?
I do have my documentation.
Can you present it to me,
Why
please?
are you asking me for my paperwork?
Because of your accent.
I still? You have an accent too.
Where were you born, sir?
Where were you born at?
Put your hands behind your back.
Lenati, thank you for bringing that up, like they did to the Uber driver. You're right. Guess who I have next on the outline?
That was Uber driver?
Yep. And in this video, I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to play a decent part of it, but then we're going to skip to the end. Because if you want to cry on the Tubes chat and say, oh, well, they're talking about accents, so maybe they have legitimate cause to ask them. Well, they're just going to, I have video of them just going around to cars and asking if you're citizen or not. So Todd Lyons, again, the point is Republicans are lying to you and you let them lie to you. They tell you this isn't happening and you guys just believe them when they say it.
Can I see your ID? Why the hell would I show random people my ID? You want to steal my identity? Where's your ID? Let me check if you're a U.S. citizen. How about that? Man, you guys better move on, man. Look at this motherfucker. A4. What kind of name is that? Alcohol 4? What's your initial? Right here. It ain't over there. Why would I answer you? Why would I not be a citizen of this country, man? Are you a citizen? Why are you getting close? I can hear you. You can stand there. I'm not close. How come she got a GoPro and you got your a police issued body cam? What's going on with you guys? Why do I have it? What kind of shit is this? Dude, listen. I'm here working. You're working too, right? So go. It says U.S. Border Patrol. This is not the border. Go to the Canada border or the Mexico border. But if you were from this country, what do you mean if I'm from this country?
I can hear you don't have the same accent as me. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, so you're going by accents now?
I want to know where you were born. Where were you born?
Thank you, Supreme Court, for allowing that to be legal.
Is that accent?
Racial
Have you
profiling.
heard the Israeli accent? Have you heard the European accent?
You just
it's
proved
garbage.
my point. You're a brilliant
It's
man.
retarded,
You just
dude.
proved my point.
He slurred. I apologize for
You
that.
just proved in other countries that
guys want to argue, I got time. I got time today.
You're not arguing. You're
And he does, because he stays here arguing with them. Greg Bovino even shows up. They eventually leave him alone. Okay. But that they keep going and they keep going. Now, we're going to get to about right here where CBP's they've just been going up to cars and asking people about their citizenship status.
Whoa.
Oh, of course I'm going to get an ad. Hold on. Let me turn
As
it off.
you have an ad, I did get a few, and I want to make sure they're also sending it to you as well. Thank you, Rachel, for the 10 on the Blue app. Said thank you for what you do. Wouldn't be possible without the support from people like Monica and you guys. Want to make sure you're getting the same thing
Yes,
too.
let me check. I've got...
Perfect.
What do I have?
Also, yes, Scotty, I got the 5. I don't know if you saw me message you in Discord.
Yes, W. Rachel for the 10. Thank you for what you do on the green app. I also have a... You people want to kill me, I swear. The...
Not the sense. I can hear it.
The $1.67 for the Dollar Train choo-choo. And 6'7" because I'm a full ass adult. 6'7". You guys make me do that.
Who's that from?
That's from AW, but also rude. Why would you do that?
AW, where you at? Let me. I just want to talk.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that because I have to do math.
6'7".
Guys, let me finish
I
this
forget
video
that
and then
was a
I'll
meme.
update the goal, but I haven't. Oh, we're left with 33. Thanks.
W. Angel numbers.
So now you're gonna see CBP agents just rolling up on vehicles and asking people for what their citizenship is.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. How you doing, sir? United States Border Patrol. Are you a United States citizen? Is you a citizen? Yeah. Okay, thank you, sir. We appreciate it. How you doing, sir? U.S. Border Patrol. Are you a U.S. citizen? Do you have any status or family residence card? What do you have? Passport? U.S. citizen? Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
So they're just going around to the cars and asking people if they are U.S. citizens. Which Todd Lyons says they aren't going around asking. Also, I have a video later that I can show you where he says that everything that they do is targeted. They're not just roaming around, which is interesting because that doesn't seem to be the case. Audrey also sent me an article that is in my Discord about a Georgia Army veteran was deported to Jamaica after routine traffic stop speaks out on ICE detention systemic failures. A Georgia Army veteran who spent nearly 5 decades in the United States was deported to Jamaica following a routine traffic stop, and now he's sharing his story in hopes of sparking change for others in similar situations. Godfrey Wade, a legal U.S. resident and Army veteran who first came to America in 1975, was detained after being pulled over for failing to use a turn signal and not carrying his driver's license. What should have been a minor infraction quickly escalated, landing Wade in the custody of ICE and ultimately leading to his deportation, despite his honorable military service and longstanding ties to the U.S. So I thought they were going after the worst of the worst. I guess they're not. Okay. To move on with Todd Lyons, we've got him being asked about the video we all saw, where he's holding it up and he's saying, hey, I've got your face that's going in our database now. I wonder if Todd Lyons has heard about that. Let's see.
There is no database for protesters, sir.
One of your officers in Maine said to one of the individuals protesting, we're going to put your face in a little database. What does that mean? Do you have a little database of Americans?
No, sir, we don't.
Then what do you think your ICE agent was doing to this individual when he said those statements?
I can't speak for that individual, sir, but I can assure you there is no database that's tracking United States citizens. There is no.
Oh.
When did Danny DeVito become part of Congress?
Was that Nadler? I think that was Nadler.
Oh, he looks like Danny DeVito.
Correa, I think. I probably said it wrong.
If I offended someone, I apologize. He just reminded me of Danny DeVito.
So he didn't know about that video. Does he happen to know about this one? Where the man said, you raise your voice, I'll erase your voice? Let's see. He's the acting director of ICE. He should know what his officers are doing, right?
Director Lyons, what did your agents mean when he said, you raise your voice, I erase your voice? In the video just that we have seen, all of us have seen.
Sir, I'm not aware of that video that you have, sir. I can't comment on what that officer has said.
Does that statement, if I show you the video of that, does that statement reflect the value of your agency? And does ICE respect and adhere to the First Amendment?
Yes, sir. ICE does respect and refer to the First Amendment, but that doesn't respect that. Well, your statement that you said doesn't represent the values of the men and women of ICE.
Commissioner Scott, Director Lyons.
Somebody in the Tubes chat said AI slop. It's AI, that video? It wasn't. We've shown it. So now he's going to be asked about all these things in regards to his own agents and the things that they're doing. And he has no fucking answers for them.
This is video of what appears to be pepper spray thrown by a federal agent into Rafael Veraza's car.
You okay, Mama? You okay?
Seconds later, he realized his daughter, 1-year-old Ariana, was in the back seat, also battling the chemicals.
Are you familiar with this incident?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is a family of United States citizens who were out to get groceries at a Sam's Club in Chicago. When they arrived, they could see that there was a chaotic operation in the parking lot. They turned their vehicle to leave, at which point your agents sprayed pepper spray out of their vehicle and into the driver's side window of the Veraza's family vehicle. Is it proper procedure to aim pepper spray into the window of a moving vehicle?
I'm not familiar. I don't have all the details on this. It's an ongoing
I'm not asking about
investigation, but to answer your specific question,
is it proper procedure?
we try to avoid that. No, it's not.
Try to avoid it. Because you understand it's dangerous, right? Not just for the driver, but for pedestrians, for other people who could be hit by a car if a driver is blinded, right?
I 100% understand that, but you're talking about intentional versus not intentional.
Well, now listen.
I've been in a vehicle in one of these situations.
Scott, reclaiming my time. From the video, this was clearly intentional, and you know as well as I do that in any other law enforcement agency, if an officer did this, they would be put on leave, investigated, and likely disciplined. Were any of your agents ever investigated or disciplined for this incident?
I'll have to get back to you on this incident. I believe it's still an ongoing investigation, but we have at least 10
I'd like to show you
open
another video. This one is...
He doesn't know. He knows about the incident, but he doesn't know if it's been investigated. So now we're going to ask him about this incident. Do they know about this one?
We have at least
I'd like to show you another video. This one is from Minneapolis. So as you can see, the agent sprayed pepper spray at close range directly into the face of an individual who had already been pinned to the ground by 3 other agents. And there's a picture of this behind me to give you a better view. Is this proper procedure for the use of pepper spray?
I cannot comment on that because you're only showing one piece, and that subject is clearly not
been
compliant.
Investigated? But this is not the intended use of this weapon, correct?
The intended use is to try to avoid escalating. It's to de-escalate the situation.
Well, he was already pinned to the ground by 3 other agents. I think he had been de-escalated. Is there any investigation into this agent for doing this?
I'll get back to you. There are several open investigations.
All right. Listen, there has been no...
They're not investigating anything. Because under this administration, under the Trump regime, as you guys on the tubes of you are celebrating, Trump acts as king, and they can do whatever they want. So, I'd said earlier that Todd Lyons had said that ICE isn't just roaming around snatching people up, that they're on targeted missions. So this is that video. We are at 36,000 likes, guys. If we could get that up to 40,000, I really try to be at 50,000 likes before we hit the hour mark. So that would be wonderful if you guys could do that. I appreciate it. So make sure you keep tapping that screen. And I appreciate you guys being here as we watch this committee hearing from yesterday and do the fact checks on it.
I met with a woman who works as a cashier at a grocery store, and I told her I was coming to see you, Mr. Lyons, and she said, will you ask him And she didn't want to give her name. She was terrified to give her name. But she said, when I get off my shift around midnight and I walk through the parking lot to my car, she said, if somebody rolls up in an unidentified van and gets out wearing all black and their face is covered and they don't have any identification and they ask me to get into the van, how do I know who they are? How does she know, Mr. Lyons? How does she know if they're an ICE agent or bad guys?
Sir, ICE agents have identifiable placards on their uniforms as well as their badges representative, but you won't see ICE agents rolling through the parking lots and just snatching someone up. ICE does intelligence-driven, targeted enforcement operations.
Well, Mr. Homan and others have said that they target individuals based on the color of their skin and the accents that they speak, and that's why people are running through the fields and factories where they work. Director Lyons, last year you said in Phoenix at the Border Security Expo that you wanted to see a deportation process that was...
Oh, I have that video for later, actually, so I don't need to hear him finish that because I'm going to show you that Todd Lyons is lying after we get to this. Thank you for calling the stream. Age, state, who'd you vote for?
Hello?
Hi, age, state, and who did you vote for?
New York.
Okay. Age?
18.
And who did you vote for?
Biden.
In 2024, you voted for Biden?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? My God.
So they're always on targeted enforcement, right? They don't just roam and ask people.
From here? What's here? What country? Was you born here? Was you born here, man? What country was you born in?
Oh, it's so targeted that we are going around Walmart parking lots and picking them up. Sure. Thank you for calling the stream. Age, state, who'd you vote for?
President Trump.
Your age and your state, please.
47. Texas.
Okay. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Not supporting Trump. It was either a turd or a douche sandwich.
So no, that's why you voted. Yeah, that's why you voted. I'm not asking that question.
I picked the turd, not the douche sandwich.
Cool. That's
No,
why
I
you
picked the
voted.
douche sandwich. Why did I vote?
No, that's not what I'm asking. It's literally not what I'm asking. I'm literally asking you, why are you still supporting him? Or else, why did you call in at all? If you're not supporting
why do you
him.
think I'm still supporting him?
Then why'd you call? Because the question that's clear on the back of my fucking screen, which you guys would understand if you could read, says, why are you still supporting Trump? W. Danielle, you're not calling back in. Go away. W. Danielle for the 35 on the Blue app to finish the goal. W. Danielle, I appreciate you so much. Thank you guys for kicking out that goal.
We did it.
You're the 18-year-old who voted for Biden in 2024, which doesn't make any sense. So that doesn't work. So again, I would love to have conversations with you guys. If you could defend these things based off of factual evidence and not your feelings, that would be awesome. But I don't think you guys can do that. Don't forget, guys, I am multi-streaming. So I am on Twitch and the Tubes of You. If you guys want to go over there and subscribe or follow, that would be wonderful. Also on the Tubes and the Twitch, we've got Tubes, we've got memberships. You can subscribe over on the Purple Witch. I have super chats, gifts, bits, all those fun things that you can contribute to my channel, and I would appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for being here. So he's going to be asked, this is in the same vein of the hiring and the vetting and the firing. I have a question. Do we think that the acting director of ICE should probably have a roundabout estimate of the amount of people who have been fired in his department? Should he?
I think so.
Probably, right? Yeah. Well, let's see.
How many ICE agents have been fired for their conduct under your leadership?
Now they're going to call the man. Thank you for calling the stream. Age, state, who'd you vote for? Okay. Why do you do it then?
They sound like they're ding dong ditching sometimes.
Maybe they think they are.
How many ICE agents have been fired for their conduct under your leadership?
Sir, I can get you that data. I'll get that back to you.
Is it more than one?
I'm not going to speak about personnel actions, but I'll get you that data.
Can you tell us if at least, God, I hope at least one person has been fired for their conduct since these operations have begun? Are you telling us you can't even say one person's been fired?
Sir, I'm not going to talk about personnel actions, but we will get back to you.
But 2 people have been killed so far. Is that right? A nurse named...
He just won't answer. Thank you for calling the stream. Age, state, who'd you vote for? Hello, are you there? Okay, good for you.
A nurse named Preddy and a mom named Good. 2 people have been killed so far.
Yes, sir.
How many...
He has no answer for that. So he doesn't know. How many people have been fired from ICE? He's going to be asked if U.S. citizens should have to carry a passport around, because we're being told by this administration that if you just have your papers with you, it's fine. Papers, please. Don't forget to wear your armband while you're at it, guys.
Cool. People, young people asking me, what do I have to carry with me so I won't be deported? Is, Mr. Lyons, carrying a passport, is that enough so they won't be detained or deported in my district?
Sir, an American citizen shouldn't carry or shouldn't feel the need to carry.
Let me tell you what some of your ICE agents have done. They pulled over a gentleman in a pickup truck, showed his passport, they threw it to the side, detained him. What do we have to do to show that we're American citizens?
Sir, no American citizen falls under Title VIII. No American citizen will be arrested for being an American citizen.
But you just said to my colleague that nobody has been fired because of violations of the law for disciplinary actions, yet this is happening in my district. Mr. Lyons, we're a very boring district. We work hard, mind our own business. ICE in our streets now. People are terrorized. American citizens. Number of cases of Americans being detained, being taken in, some being held for 5 days. Sir.
So they shouldn't have to, because they're not asking, right? Oh, well, we'll get into that in a minute. Thank you for calling the stream. Age, state, who'd you vote for?
Hey, how you doing? 34, calling from Michigan. I didn't vote for anybody.
Do you plan to vote in your
Vote for
midterms?
Trump or Harris.
Do you plan to vote in your midterms?
I don't know. It really depends.
On what?
Honestly, right now, it's both sides are just really corrupt.
In what way?
In the most corrupt way possible.
If they're going to be equal, you need to give me examples of how they are equal in their corruption.
Sure. So when you have money in politics, there is no more fair representation. There is no more democracy.
Where's the corruption? I'm looking for actual litigated examples, provable examples of corruption on both sides of the aisle.
Provable? I mean, it's proven in terms of what we're getting from both parties.
Like what?
Both are not meeting the needs of the constituents that they claim to represent.
That's not corruption. That's just them breaking promises they campaigned on. That's not corruption. You said corruption on both sides.
I mean, when you're buying into the constituency of corporations, that is corruption.
Oh, well, thank the Republicans and SCOTUS for allowing that to happen with Citizens United. Have you ever met a Republican who wants to end Citizens United? Do you know what it is?
No, what's Citizens United?
So Citizens United was a decision that was made that allows for corporations to exist as individual entities, meaning that they can pour in as much money as they want into super PACs and things to support campaigns of politicians because they count as an individual, therefore it counts as free speech instead of as lobbying.
Okay.
Yeah, and it has
So
destroyed
essentially
our system.
making it legal. So they made it legal to essentially buy into corporations and not calling it lobbying, which is obviously lobbying.
Right.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah. I mean,
the amount of money
it's-
they're raising, Audie. Sorry, that's my friend. Jeez.
Oh no, you're fine. I mean, in your question in terms of the midterms, I think both parties need to primary. I mean, it doesn't seem like there was any primarying on either side.
They do. They always primary. Everybody has you have a primary unless you are an uncontested candidate, but you're going to have a primary. Like, for example, here in Colorado, our primaries for a lot of our congressional races and including our gubernatorial race is in June. June 30th is our primaries. It's just that people don't know.
I'm talking
the
about
primaries.
presidential.
Oh.
I'm talking about presidential.
Well, it's
Yeah,
too early for that. That's why I'm asking you if you're voting in the midterms, because to be able to stem the corruption and the bleeding that the Trump administration is doing, you need to vote for people who are going to be able to do that. And the only way to do that is to vote in your midterms.
Yeah. I mean, if you consider yourself a leftist, you have to focus on local, because on the federal level. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm just talking about in general.
Yep.
I think if you consider yourself a leftist, you need to focus on local politics, because that's the only way that you're going to get your voice heard. And you have to make sure that they're clearly vetted. I think not vetting certain politicians on the local level can be pretty bad. Because,
Right, but that responsibility is up to the voters. And the issue is that you came up saying corruption on each side. If you don't know when your primary is, who your candidates are, what they're running on, that's on you. That's not on them. That's just you passing the blame for being an uninformed voter.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree.
Cool. Well, I would advise you to look into your candidates, look into when your primary is in your state. You're in Michigan, so you might have some races coming up. Make sure you look into that. Make sure you vote. I appreciate you. Clown Meat on the Tubes of You. That's an interesting name, but you have Clippy as your profile. You said, I can't see the goal. The goal is completed, but thank you so much for the 33 super chat on the Tubes of You. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. You have to pay attention. There's a lot of responsibility that's needed by voters themselves. You don't just get to blame them. If you're going to claim corruption, you better be able to prove it and that it is in the same vein. I'm not saying it's not, but all right. So we just watched the video about Lyons saying U.S. citizens shouldn't have to carry a passport because we're not detaining them. Well, that's interesting. Thank you for calling the stream. What country are you calling from?
Japan.
Oh, well, I appreciate you. Not looking to speak to people from outside the country. Okay. U.S.-born citizen sues after twice being arrested by immigration agents. A U.S.-born citizen who was arrested and detained by immigration authorities twice in recent months has filed a lawsuit against the federal government claiming he was improperly detained. Leonardo Garcias Venegas, an American citizen and construction worker who lives and works in Baldwin, Alabama, claims the arrests were unreasonable and violated the Fourth Amendment that protects against unreasonable search and seizure. DHS authorizes these armed raids based on the general assumption that certain groups of people in the industry, including Latinos, are likely illegal immigrants, Venegas' attorney claimed in the lawsuit. Once immigration officers are on a site, they preemptively seize everybody they think looks undocumented. Let me get down to where the actual lawsuit. So he was first detained in May at a construction site by armed men in camouflage. The officers ran right past the white and black workers without detaining them and went straight for the Latino workers, his attorney claimed in the lawsuit. 2 weeks later, Venegas was allegedly arrested again on another private construction site when another immigration patrol saw him working and assumed, without reasonable suspicion, that Leo was undocumented. Both times, Venegas claims he told the officers he was a citizen and showed them his real ID, an identification card issued only to citizens and lawful residents, the lawsuit said. So what I decided to do is we're going to go to the requirements to get a real ID, because I know the argument. Your guys' argument is that, oh, you can fake them. Now you guys are saying, even though you are proponents of the SAVE Act, you guys are now saying that you can fake passports and you can fake real IDs. So this is from USA.gov. This is their website about how to get a real ID. When you apply for or renew your driver's license or state identification card, you can choose to make it Real ID compliant. Now, the choice is going to be based off of your state. Some states have just completely switched over, where you are required to have a real ID unless, obviously, they're still giving out state identification numbers and driver's licenses to undocumented immigrants, and it specifically says on there, not for voting. So, when you receive your new card, it will have the Real ID star marking at the top right. The process of getting a Real ID and what documents must provide depends on your state. In most cases, your state driver's license agency will require you to bring proof of identity. To prove your identity, you can bring a U.S. birth certificate, U.S. passport, or permanent resident green card if you are a non-U.S. citizen. Now remember, it will still say not for voting. There are some states that allow you to vote locally if you are a green card holder, but those are only local elections, and you have to have been here for anywhere from 5 to 10 years. Social Security number. You can provide your Social Security card, Form W-2, which shows your earnings for tax purposes, or a pay stub or paycheck from your job. Residency. Your State Department of Motor Vehicles may ask you for a deed, mortgage statement, lease agreement, utility bill, or bank statement to prove you are a state resident. So why are we picking up people with real IDs? Why are we doing that? No form of identification is ever going to be good enough for you guys. That's just the facts. All right. Let's see. Did we hit 55,000 likes right at the top of the hour. I appreciate you guys. We're going to try and get that to 100,000 while we're sitting here. So you can keep tapping that screen. Share the live out. Do your daily heart me. I've had this donut goal up there. We have 5 of those. If we could get the other 15, that would be wonderful with 140 people in here. Puzzle piece. Get that done. All right. And we will move on to, this is going to be a little bit of a repeat from the video we saw before, but this goes further into that question and further into more stuff I have on Todd Lyons.
Young people asking me, what do I have to care? People are terrorized. American citizens. Number of cases of Americans being detained, being taken in, some being held for 5 days. Sir, what do we do with those people in that situation? What do we tell them?
Sir, I don't know of any particular case that you're speaking of American citizen being held.
I'm more than happy to provide you a list, sir.
He doesn't know of any instances of them being detained. Well, let's get to that. Specifically, this one we talked about quite a bit when it happened. So I don't know how he didn't hear about it. He should have. Please stop that. Go away. Okay. U.S. citizen wrongfully arrested by Border Patrol in Arizona, held for nearly 10 days. This was in April of 2025. You're telling me he doesn't know about it, but this happened in April of 2025. Immigration officials detained a U.S. citizen for nearly 10 days in Arizona, according to court records and press reports. As the NPR affiliate Arizona Public Media first reported, a 19-year-old Jose Hermosillo, a New Mexico resident visiting Arizona, was detained by Border Patrol agents in Nogales, a city along the Mexico border about an hour south of Tucson. According to a Border Patrol criminal complaint, on April 8th, a Border Patrol official found Hermosillo without the proper immigration documents and claimed that the young American had admitted entering the U.S. illegally from Mexico. 2 days later, the federal court document notes that Hermosillo continued to claim he was a U.S. citizen. On April 17th, a federal judge dismissed his case. He was taken in on the 8th and then not released until the 17th. A U.S. citizen. But Todd Lyons doesn't know about it when it happened under his watch in April? Are you kidding? And we're going to go to his disgusting comments. We're almost to the end of Todd Lyons, and then I have some Trump interview stuff. Todd Lyons said some disgusting things about what he wants to see immigration look like in this country.
Director Lyons, last year you said in Phoenix at the Border Security Expo that you wanted to see a deportation process that was like, quote, Amazon Prime, but with human beings. Mr. Lyons, how many times has Amazon Prime shot a mom 3 times in the face?
None, sir, but you're also...
It's the square root of 0, that's right.
Yes, sir. Yeah, but if we're going to go down that route of my comment, I did say that comment. However, that comment was taken out. If you go back and watch the video, I did say that we need to be more efficient when it comes to removing individuals from the United States, because ICE doesn't detain punitively. We detain to remove. I don't want to see people in custody. At the end of my statement was... again, to your point, it was a industry day for AI and efficiencies, but I did say at the end of it, but we deal with human beings, so we can't be like them.
And speaking
That's
of
the key part that you're leaving out.
Well, speaking of human beings, how many times has Amazon Prime shot a nurse 10 times in the back?
None.
How many times has Amazon Prime dragged a woman out of her car by her hair and then dragged her down the street?
None.
How many ICE agents have been fired for their conduct under your leadership?
Sir, I can get you that data. I'll get that back.
Which we saw, where he doesn't know how many people have been fired under his administration. There's either no answers, or their answers are deflections, or they don't know. They just don't know. You are in charge of this department and you don't know. On that last note, I'll open the phone lines back up, but I want everybody to listen to this because it's true. This is LaMonica McIver. She's just going to make a statement. If you guys don't remember, she was the one who was kept out of the facility, even though she has the constitutional right to be able to inspect that facility. Even so, to the point that they were they arrested her and were trying to indict her. And this is her statement. Just soak it in.
When ICE shot and killed Renee Good, Kristi Noem called her a domestic terrorist. When Alex Preddy, you all tried to tell us he was threatening officers with a gun, but all we saw was a phone. This administration's clear lies fell apart, not because someone had a come to Jesus moment, but because we saw these murders from every angle. You are only here because public outrage has become so unavoidable. You are here, Mr. Lyons, because white people are getting shot in the face and chest when the cameras are rolling. Because now my Republican colleagues care about optics. But when Keith Porter Jr., a Black American citizen, a son, a father, and a man loved by many was killed by an off-duty ICE agent on New Year's Eve, there were no hearings. So this is for him today. In my district, Jean Wilson Brutus, a Haitian immigrant, a beloved family man, died within 24 hours of being in ICE custody. He is just one of more than 30 people who have died in ICE custody last year. This is for all of them. Every human being your rogue, out-of-control agency has hurt, hunted down, imprisoned, killed, and continue to hold hostage even after they have agreed to be deported. We know this administration doesn't care about protecting people or sparing lives. We all see so plainly what you are doing, what you have been doing to Black and brown folks, immigrants, People silenced in the shadows, now in broad daylight to people peacefully rejecting your cruel agenda in the streets, which is their right to do. This is the despicable but predictable result of an agency that laughs at oversight, receives billions to deploy lethal force on our neighborhoods, and seems to believe that they are above the law and should be without accountability.
It's true. All right, open this phone lines back up because a couple of you have tried to call while I was finishing that. But the phone lines are back open. I don't know why you're okay with this terrorist state, but you are.
Because it's not happening to them yet.
Yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yet
Again.
being the case.
Yep.
Thank you for calling the stream. Age, state, who'd you vote for?
Trump.
Age and state?
40, Arizona.
All right. Why are you still supporting Trump?
He's deporting illegals, and he is targeting the most violent among those people. And then
do you have
other
a source that a majority of the people there? Do you have a source that a majority of the people they are detaining are violent criminals?
Oh, no, they're not detaining a majority violent criminals. They're detaining people who are there protesting it and are crazy enough to be illegal and go and protest it, and then they end up getting arrested.
What's the title that our immigration law is under?
What's that?
What's the title that our immigration law is under?
1949.
No.
So
you don't know. So you don't know what would make them illegal because you don't know the law.
Sure.
Okay,
Explain
so then
it.
how do you have big opinions on something you haven't researched at all?
Oh, no, I've researched them. You're asking for titles. I'm talking about a certain thing.
The title that our immigration law is under. Yes, how would you call them illegals if you don't know the law?
Say again.
How are you going to call them illegal if you do not know the law? That's what I thought.
Did he say title 19?
And then 45 or something like that? Yeah. He's just throwing out numbers. Willy-nilly. That's for later. All right. Let's get to Trump did an interview. Let's get to him talking about cutting federal jobs. He's proud of that fact, which is interesting.
I've cut hundreds of thousands of jobs, and we still have good employment numbers. But if I want to have the greatest employment numbers you've ever seen, all I have to do is say I'm going to hire 500,000 people.
But
That's
you
what the Democrats
But you want
do.
the private sector
No,
to
what
drive
happened
it.
is the people I cut are now working in the private
Right.
sector. And they probably hated me when they lost their job, and now they love me. They're making twice the money.
So you're going to still go after the whole waste.
It's not true, by the way. We got the jobs report. Granted, the jobs report is listing as higher than they had initially expected. But it was mostly in the healthcare sector that was increased. And we're still going to have revisions. And the revisions are that he didn't add as many jobs as were added in the previous years. So he's not doing what he campaigned on, which is adding jobs at a high rate. No. This is him talking about companies. What is this? Hold on. This one is, power plants being built by companies. Companies who are coming in to build factories building power plants.
But China has an ability to make a lot of it. You got to respect them and admire them. They're making a lot of electricity. But we're going to make more because I'm letting everybody that builds a plant build their own electric plant. They're going to become like a utility. So they're building a massive plant that's 4 miles long by 4 miles wide. I mean, buildings that nobody's ever seen. And I'm letting them build electric plants, generating plants. Some are nuclear, some are oil and gas, some are coal as a backup, just in case for emergency reasons. But they're building their own electricity. They're producing their own electricity. And anything they have left over, they'll sell it into the grid. And it's been unbelievable. But China...
So I would like to see the contracts that require corporations to start building mini power plants. Thank you for calling the stream. Age, state, who'd you vote for?
Hi, who did I vote for? I voted for the Democrat.
Who was the Democratic candidate in 2024?
Kamala Harris.
Oh, good for you. Vote in your midterms. Friends, I wanted to find, let me see if I can. Oh.
I just found the weirdest way to eat a sandwich and fries with only having your front teeth.
You gotta...
I'm doing what I can.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta MacGyver it if that's the way you need to do it. So I was trying to find... Maybe you gotta send me links to that. My husband sent me a link to a chart that the Bulwark posted in Way of the Jobs, but he posted it in my text messages. I need it on here, but I'm not finding it. So if you can find it from the Bulwark site, that would be great, babe. No, I don't need to talk to you. You voted Democrat. All right. I'll do this one. Let me look up. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let me get that. This is him talking about construction jobs.
Even close. I think the record is $3 trillion. We're at $18 trillion. And, they talk about construction jobs are way up, right? Well, they're up because they're building all these factories all over the country. You have car plants under construction. I spoke to Mr. Toyota in Japan. I said, what's your name? Toyota. I said,
this man is sundowning. If you want to talk about construction jobs, talk about construction jobs. What the fuck does that have to do with talking to Mr. Toyota? Grandpa is not okay. Peepaw is not okay. Somebody said another stupid media content had NBC, CBS, ABC, now TDS network. This is Fox business. This is Fox. This is your media.
your name's Toyota, you're a very rich guy. He's about 90 years old. And he said, I'm going to invest $10 billion in the United States building plants. But everybody is. They're all doing it.
Where? Again, he keeps saying this. Where's that money? Their promises usually are over the course of a certain amount of years, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's actually happening. You guys just believe it. But it's fine. Don't worry about it because Donald Trump is focusing on the important things, the things that everybody cares about.
I'm building something right now in the White House, one of the greatest ballrooms so desperately needed anywhere in the world for a fraction of what this guy's doing. So you have this little complex of a couple of buildings, and they're going to be close to $4 billion. $4 billion.
He's built the ballroom. That's what Americans are concerned about, not feeding their families, not making money, not having a job. It's the ballroom. That's what everybody wants.
That American citizens can't even use properly.
All right, let me see. This is that chart. All right, this is the chart from, this chart is the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics via Fred. So again, 130,000 new jobs. That is what we got for January in the new BLS. I have that in the live sources in my Discord. From BLS, they added 130,000 jobs over January, supposedly. Sounds great, right? Well, that's interesting because according to this source, U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics via Fred. Now, granted, the writing is not from the Bureau of Labor Statistics via Fred. That is the Bulwark. The Bulwark is definitely a liberal media site, liberal content. I'm not saying you have to put anything into the writing. If you want to ignore the writing altogether, you absolutely can do so. I don't, that's fine. This is not my sources, guys. Again, I said ignore the arrows and the writing. This is not my source. This is data as of February 11th of 2026, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics via Fred. Okay. So, 130, why? No, out. Zoom out. Okay. 130,000 jobs for January in 2026. Donald Trump took over here. Okay? So this would be Biden's years. We're celebrating 130,000 jobs. Look at the jobs. Look at the monumental jobs that we've had. If you want to ignore all of 2022 because you say they're bounce back, you can. That's fine. So ignore that. But all of this, and yeah, there were bad fucking months. There's going to be. But where's his good months? Because so far we've had 4 months of negative growth in jobs. But he's focusing on the important things, which is the ballroom.
Did you also see, I don't know if you saw the actual BLS report.
Yeah, I have it.
Did you see that they talked about changing establishment surveys?
In the report?
Mm-hmm.
Let me bring the report up. That is in here.
Yeah, Granti. I will be covering the rest of Pam Bondi's hearing after this live.
Okay.
It's legitimately just going to be all of us sitting up there laughing and,
and
doing
yelling.
some checking. Yeah.
Okay. So, guys, employment situation summary. This is the jobs report. This is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This is the government. These are not my sources. This is government. The employment situation for January of 2026. Where are you finding the change? Oh, changes right there. Changes to establishment survey data and other information. Establishment survey data have been revised as a result of the annual benchmarking process and the updating of seasonal adjustment factors. The birth-death model now incorporates current sample information each month. See the notes at the end of this news release for more important information about the establishment survey data. I don't think that that's uncommon, though.
I've never seen it, and if I have,
yeah, no, it's on there every time.
Remember.
What they're saying is there can be revisements. So this one is the one from, oh no, not this one. Let me see. Where's this one? This one is, why are you bringing me that one? I had the jobs report for November. So what are they changing though? Because they're not telling us what they're changing.
Right, and that's what's disturbing.
Thank you for calling the stream. Age, state, who'd you vote for?
Trump.
Age and state?
What is it?
Age and state?
32, New Jersey.
Okay. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Well, because he has a lot of valid points and he did basically everything he said he was going to do.
Like what?
Deport.
How is that beneficial to the American people?
Because it makes it to where that people don't have to scrounge for their tax dollars back.
What tax dollars?
It gives more back. All of our tax dollars that were going to the illegals.
Oh, can you show me what tax dollars were going to illegal immigrants?
Welfare.
Show me.
Housing.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Okay.
Prove that to me. Show me from a statistical source, a factual source, where federal dollars were going to illegal immigrants. I would love to see that.
Welfare for illegals. So approximately 59 to 61% of households headed by undocumented immigrants use at least one major welfare program.
Oh, households, meaning their
billion.
children are U.S. citizens. So not them, their children receive those benefits next?
No, it's all undocumented immigrants with households headed.
What are you reading?
$42
Because it's going to be fucking AI. What are you reading from?
SNAP benefits and everything like that.
What did you search? I'll just search what you searched. We can do it together.
Welfare for illegals number.
Gonna be reading AI. All right. Approximately 59% of households headed by undocumented immigrants use one or more welfare programs such as Medicaid or food assistance, often on behalf of U.S.-born children. Also, this is from the Center for Immigration Studies, which don't know if you know, doesn't ever have factual information. But they're not getting, undocumented immigrants aren't getting it. Their children are getting it. So U.S. citizens are getting it. So can you show me a source where illegal immigrants are getting welfare?
Hold on. The undocumented citizens are getting it.
Show me
They're
that.
not even real citizens.
Prove that.
So in extension, those kids aren't even real citizens.
They are. They were born here. We have birthright citizenship in this country. Take it up with SCOTUS. Oh, wait, they already are. So,
Okay, so
too bad.
When they get deported, where do the kids go?
It depends. If they have family here, they can stay here.
If all of them get deported, if they're all illegal, what happens?
They go with them. That doesn't mean they are not U.S. citizens. So again, can you show me proof that illegal immigrants are getting welfare? Because
they are getting welfare. It
They're
literally
not.
says it.
Their children are.
So they're not getting welfare. They're not taking any of the benefits for themselves either.
If they're getting food benefits, they're feeding their family, which includes their children. You would like it to
And then,
not extend to them at all?
It doesn't extend to themselves either.
No, it is not in their name. It is for their children. They will get an amount that is sufficient, according to the United States government, for their children.
Only for their children.
Correct.
So they don't get any part of that benefit.
No, it's for their children.
That's undoubtedly untrue.
Prove that.
It says it.
Where?
Literally in the text that I just said to you.
I have it on the screen. Where does it say that? And this is also AI Overview, which is a crazy source to use, by the way.
One major welfare program.
What's the parentheses?
Doesn't matter what the parentheses
such
are.
as
Do you think that
Medicaid or food
everybody-
assistance, often on behalf of U.S.-born children. And
Doesn't
again,
matter
this
how
is
much you know.
citing
fact
the
of the matter
Center, again, this is citing the Center for Immigration Studies, which never sources their information. This does not source their information ever.
All right, so all those kids only eat that food, not the parents or nothing like that.
It's given to the kids. The point was that, is it given to illegal immigrants? No, it is given to their children.
It's given to the illegal immigrants who had children.
Given to their children. Oh, look, all that CIS is citing is themselves. That's crazy. That's a crazy source. Let's go to this source, since you guys don't click paper clips, which you should. Say, people who can get immigrants are going to be, after obtaining a green card, eligible immigrants are subject to a 5-year waiting period before they may apply for SNAP assistance, so that's not illegals. Since the passage of the OBBBA, only green card holders, Cuban, Haitian entrants, and COFA citizens can apply for SNAP benefits. Under the Act's new restrictions, certain categories of non-citizens, asylees, refugees, parolees, and trafficking survivors are no longer allowed to apply, which they were before. So no, again, other than CIS, who isn't literally isn't citing anything but themselves, show me where they are getting federal tax dollars.
Specifically, 61% of them are literally getting.
Where are you getting that from?
From the American citizens.
Where are you getting that from?
And welfare.
Where are you sourcing that from?
It's literally in the text that you're
That is
looking at
AI
right now.
overview. Where are they sourcing? Have you ever learned to vet a source? Where are they sourcing it from?
AI brings all the sources anywhere.
No, AI will source Facebook and Reddit because all it does is pick up a pattern of language of things that have been searched or typed. It will
Prove that it's only doing that.
prove that it's only doing what?
Only sourcing from Facebook and whatever you're saying.
I said some searches. AI overview will
Some
source
searches. Okay, so
Facebook and
collectively
Reddit.
as a whole- So collectively as a whole, it's sourcing everything.
That
And it's
doesn't make
gaining
that,
all
it does not make that source true. So what is AI Overview sourcing in this? We already went to it and I told you that they're sourcing their own thing that doesn't have an actual source behind it. So what you're citing, if you
It
click,
doesn't matter if they're
if you,
legally born
it does.
in America.
It
They
does.
could have been born
It
in
does.
Venezuela for all
It
I know,
does.
and they would still get
They are not. Then prove that. Show me that. Show me that. Then I want proof of that because even CIS doesn't say that. CIS says
Okay, so are you stating that all these Somali immigrants who came over here aren't getting all the benefits from what is it called, Medicaid and all that?
not
And they're
if
not
they
getting-
not if they are undocumented. No, if they are not, they used to be able to apply for it if they were as an asylee, a refugee, had some sort of protected status. Even in this own documentation, it says that Cuban Haitian entrants can still apply for SNAP benefits. There are certain. Do you know what a non-citizen is?
Yes,
What is it?
it's a person who wasn't born in America.
But what is their legal status?
Illegal.
No, God, you guys are stupid. Undocumented immigrants would be what you guys call illegal. Non-citizens are people who legally live here. They are just not U.S. citizens. So a permanent resident
so-
or a green card holder would be a non-citizen.
And who gets the green cards, right? The people who come in legally, right?
There are multiple different types of ways to get
But people who are here
legal
illegally can apply for SNAP benefits for
No.
their children.
for their U.S. born children. Yes, you
Okay,
you don't
what
want to
does
feed
that matter?
kids. You don't want to
So
feed
when-
kids.
when they get
You don't
deported,
want to
they-
feed
they
kids.
lose that.
You don't want to feed
When they-
kids.
Of course, I want to feed kids.
Okay, then shut the fuck up. Anyway, stop citing AI. Click the little paper clip. You guys are really bad at this.
Hang on, I gotta send you this real quick.
Look, I'll show you right now, real quick. No, you can fuck off. Look, I'm gonna show you guys this. You can call back in just a second. This is what AI gives you. I'm just gonna search Ilhan Omar corruption. Okay, your guys' favorite topic. This is AI about her facing scrutiny. If you are just reading this and not clicking the paper clips, you're not seeing where they're citing motherfucking YouTube. Punchbowl News. You guys are idiots. Learn how to cite sources.
Did you see the thing Lakin put in live chat
I didn't.
about Trump taking down the rainbow flag at Stonewall?
Let's see. Yeah, I'm not shocked by that. That's part of his initiative to roll back civil rights stuff. So I'm not shocked by that. Thank you, Crow. Let me bring that up real quick. Because I know that it has the eligibility guide, citizens versus non-citizens. So, okay. Since you guys don't know what that means. Coverage of qualified non-citizens. Lawful permanent residents. Again, these are all work requirements to receive these kinds of things. Non-citizens admitted to the U.S. as a refugee. Refugees are non-citizens. Green card holders are non-citizens. Cuban Haitian entrant status, non-citizens. They can apply. Don't know why you guys don't understand this. That's Medicaid. Try and bring this one up. Non-citizens who receive benefits, qualified non-citizens. Again, lawful permanent residents, that's going to be your green card. Refugees, people granted asylum. Cuban Haitian entrants, individuals whose deportation is withheld under the INA. Individuals granted conditional entry. Individuals paroled. Undocumented immigrants do not receive federal tax benefits. They may receive them for their children who are U.S. born citizens. I am sorry that you're a piece of shit who doesn't want children to eat. Not my problem. Yes, green card holders do get benefits. They can if they apply. It's not a problem with me. I said no. I don't think you understand consent very well. Thank you for calling the stream. Age, state, who'd you vote for? Okay. Wild. Says that one. You're going to call back now after you hung up yourself. Thank you for calling the stream. Age, state, who'd you vote for?
Oh, hi. I'm calling from Austin, Texas. I'm 35 years old, and I supported Donald Trump in the last election.
Okay. Why are you still supporting him?
Well, I'm an ICE agent, actually, so I have to speak under a condition of annuity. I can't have anyone know who I am.
Then you probably shouldn't call with your full first and last name.
No. So,
Rob.
Also, why would you give out your location like that, dumbass?
You probably shouldn't call with your full first and last name, Rob. Okay. I have to add that in there. Ugh. You don't understand consent very well, do you?
hello?
We already spoke, didn't we?
No, we
Okay.
didn't.
All right. Can I get your age, state, and who you voted for?
Yeah, I'm John. I'm 59, and I voted for Kamala.
Oh, well, I appreciate you. Do you plan to vote in your midterms?
Yes, I am. I just really want to call and give you a vote of serious support and gratitude for what you're doing.
Well, I
We
apologize
really
for being. I
appreciate
thought your
you,
phone
and
number was a different number, so I apologize for how I
oh,
came
no,
off.
it's no problem. I see what you're dealing with. I'm here supporting you, and I just wanted to give you a boost of support and say thank you. I appreciate you and you giving me hope.
Well,
So
thank
that's
you.
really all I wanted to do was call in and seriously say, and I sub. So I'm going to be following you, and I thank you for your time and what you're doing. We appreciate you.
Well, thank you so much
And
for your
don't let
support.
these
I
people,
appreciate it.
don't let them get to you. Keep going. Go
They
back and get
fuel
them.
me. Their anger fuels me.
Yeah, well, they're
W.
full of
John.
shit. I mean, the ineptitude and and as someone that's 59 years old and been going through these files, and I'm really an anti-jerk. I'm married I have a mixed marriage, and I really don't get in other people's business. And I've served. I've worked at Fort D. I've done everything that these assholes haven't done, and the disrespect to just incapable of just being human to other people is really sad to where we are right now. So I just really applaud you, and I want you to keep going. I just wanted to say thank you, and just know that the majority of the people out here have hearts, and we really appreciate what you're doing, and we're sorry. But we're glad that you're exposing them. But if you don't have a conscience and you're incapable of understanding that you've been bamboozled or you've been fooled, as George Carlin used to say, a lot of these people just their pride or their hard hearts won't allow them to realize that they've drank the Kool-Aid. So
it's true.
People like you, I really appreciate it as an older man. I just want to really encourage you and say keep going, young lady, and thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day, John.
You too as well.
Huge W. Johns in the chat. I love those calls, even though I am quick to hang up on.
Well, somebody in the Tubes of You said she was rude to him until she realized he was on her side. Well, I thought that the phone number was the man we were talking to about federal benefits. I start every conversation the same way. I have no problem being cordial with you, but what you will not do is spread misinformation. And the fact that that the person I was talking to about federal benefits is going around and saying that illegal immigrants are getting federal welfare, and he's spreading that around and had to research it on the fly right here. I don't deal with that. I'm not going to be nice to you about that. If you have big opinions and big fifis about a topic, you damn sure better know about it. Maybe you know something I don't, but I've yet to find it. So call with factual information. The Tubes, yeah, also that. Guys, we've got like 30 minutes left with 149 of you in here. We have 70,000 likes. Let's keep working that up to 80,000 likes. Trying to get 100,000 likes before we end today. So that would be wonderful if you guys could support with that. My headphone cord is everywhere but where I need it to be. Okay.
I feel that.
So if you guys want to keep supporting, I would appreciate you guys doing that.
Do you know how long it's taken me to finish a baked potato with only front teeth?
A long time.
I feel like a toddler. But it's okay, because my camera's off, so y'all can't see the mess I made. Whiskey's asleep, so.
So let's do a quick history lesson again to remind ourselves that the tariffs that Donald Trump is unilaterally putting forth on these countries, he is doing so because tariffs, per the Constitution, are meant to be doled out and retracted by Congress. But what Donald Trump is doing is he is using IEEPA, which is an emergency national security measure where the president can issue tariffs. Now, it is going through court. It has been argued. I talked about this yesterday. SCOTUS, the arguments happened in front of SCOTUS. We are waiting to find out what their order on that's going to be, what their opinion on that is going to be, and whether it is lawful or constitutional for him to use IEEPA in this manner. I hope there's some sort of brief that you can add on to an after the fact of an oral argument, because if it is such a national security issue, then why the fuck is he putting tariffs on Switzerland's leader because he didn't like their tone?
I had an incident with a very nice country, Switzerland. They were paying no tariffs, sending stuff over here like nobody could believe. And we had a $42 billion deficit. And we weren't taking anything. I said, well, we have to do something because we have to even that up a little bit. I didn't have to get everything at one time. So I put on a 30% tariff, which is very low. Still, we were having a big deficit, but it was half the deficit. Then I got an emergency call from, I believe, the Prime Minister of Switzerland, and she was very aggressive, but nice, but very aggressive. Sir, we are a small country. We can't do this. We can't do this. I couldn't get her off the phone. We are a small country. I said, you may be a small country, but we have a $42 billion deficit with you. No, we are a small country. Again and again and again. I couldn't get her off the phone. So it was at 30%. And I didn't really like the way she talked to us. And so instead of giving her a reduction, I raised it to 39%. And then I got inundated by people from Switzerland, and I figured, you know what, we'll do something that's a little bit more palatable, at least now. But I realized that all these, Switzerland you think of as...
Josh, that's not the way it's done. That's not the way it's done. Tariffs are issued through congressional legislation. That's how tariffs are issued. This is Donald Trump. The only reason he's been able to do this is because Congress is sitting on their hands and letting him do this, and he is stating he's doing this for the national security and the national emergency of our country. But here he is saying that he only did it because he didn't like her tone and that she was aggressive. So he's a big fat bitch baby. He's a big fucking cuck, snowflake-ass bitch, that he can't handle how he was being spoke to, so he's going to add tariffs. And again, I will ask you, what the fuck is a tariff? Describe it to me like I'm 5.
Ultra chic, ultra perfect, everything. They're not. They're only that way because we allow them to rip us off and make all this money. And I could say the same thing with another 40 countries. You know them better than I do. You and I could name them. Some are much more egregious.
So that's going to be interesting if they decide to argue that in court. Let's do him talking on interest points. He's just going to ramble on fucking numbers again. That's going to be real fun. Let me turn that phone line back on, but it was that same person, the supposed ICE agent at the time, who was trying to call in. So I didn't want him to interrupt the video. So no, thank you for that.
Can I just raise one point?
And all he has to do is lower interest rates. Interest rates should be lower. You know, every point is $600 billion. Think of that. $600 billion. All he has to do, if we went down 2 points, we don't have a deficit anymore. And that's without cutting.
It's not what any of that means.
And it's just a paper charge. When you think about it, it's a paper charge. We should be the lowest interest rate in the world. The reason.
Can I just raise one point?
And all he has to do is lower interest rates.
It's not what that means. Each point is $600 billion. I don't think he understands what interest rates are. So he's going to keep going on that.
You know, every point is $600 billion. Think of that. $600 billion. All he has to do, If we went down 2 points, we don't have a deficit anymore. And that's without cutting. And it's just a paper charge. When you think about it, it's a paper charge. We should be the lowest interest rate in the world. The reason I bring up the Switzerland, because we should be lower than everybody. You know, Switzerland's like just about the lowest.
If you lower the interest rate as much as he wants to lower it, our inflation is going to fucking balloon. You think eggs were bad when there was avian flu? Just wait until your eggs are like $47 fucking dollars. But you guys lick his taint, even though he's not doing anything to help you. And you know what? Even the interviewer is like, I know, I gotta play this bullshit, but just like, try with me.
Start paying down debt. This country has never been so strong, militarily or any other way.
All right, coming up, more of my interview with President Trump. You have to love his optimism. You may not agree with every number, but you have to love his optimism.
You may not agree with every number, because numbers, you won't agree with his numbers because he's fucking lying and wrong, but you gotta love his optimism. That's where we're at.
That's crazy.
That's where we're at in America. It's okay. No, I know. Your math problem might be wrong, but like, I love where you're coming from with it. Do a little doodle in the corner while we're at it, Mr. President. The fuck? Prices went up under Biden, prices went down under Trump, but Democrats are stupid and told what to believe. No. I would love for you to show me that, because that didn't happen. Now, did prices go up? Yes. Not because of Biden, but because we were in a post-pandemic world. Have they gone down under Trump? Only a couple things. And he didn't really have any effectuation to him. On that same vein, since you guys like to agree with him, you must have heard him say this.
And everything else. I mean, everything's going great. We inherited a total mess from Biden, and not only the borders, but the economy, the inflation. The inflation was the worst ever in history. They say 48 years, but basically ever in history. And prices were high, and you don't hear them use the word affordability anymore. They can't use it because we brought the prices down.
Oh, because we brought the prices down. Well, that's interesting, Mr. President. That's not what your own report says. Huh, interesting. This is what we have for 12 months. This is, again, the BLS. Welcome to the BLS world, guys. This is a government source. Food. 3.1% increase year over year. Right, also, Blue, he did do in his cabinet meeting, he said he wants housing prices to go up. So what prices are down? So food up 3.1% year over year. Energy up 2.3% year over year. And this one is everything else that's not food and energy. They separate them. 2.6% up year over year. Which if you guys need to see, we can get even better on that. So this is going to be the most recent CPI. So this is about our inflation rate, right? So this is where we have the 2.7% inflation now. 12 months ending. It's up. Where has it gone down? Yes, gas is down because we are importing Saudi oil, which is why we're seeing mass layoffs of American oil jobs. That's not what he said. Jeff, what did he say over on the Tubes chat? What'd he say that I'm getting wrong? Not down like the crime rate, though. Yeah, that. We finally have a good economy again. Based off of what metric, Crit King? Based on what? Right, exactly, Quick Fish. Prices they fluctuate, but they don't go down. That's not something that happens. Guys, it is 11:44. We have 15 minutes left, and we have not hit even 80,000 likes like we were supposed to. There's 143 of you in here. We need to hit 100,000 likes. Can we at least get to 80,000 likes, and then we can keep working? I understand that we get involved and we turn away. I know some of us clean while we watch, but if you could come back every so often and fill that like bar, I would appreciate it so that we can get 100,000 likes before we end here today. He doesn't want housing prices to increase from where they are. He wants them to stay the same and not crash back down. Really? Let's go. Which outline was that? It's that one in the prayer breakfast. So no, it wasn't that one. Hold on, I have the video, Jeff. Let me pull it up. Pretty sure. Where did I put it? Let's just go search for it. We'll find it. It's fine. Interesting. You said he wants them to stay where they are? Okay.
But I want to protect the people that for the first time in their lives feel good about themselves. They feel like they've, that they're wealthy people. And I want them to understand it. There's so much talk about, we're going to drive housing prices down. I don't want to drive housing prices down. I want to drive housing prices up.
Oh. What was that again?
I'm going to drive housing prices down. I don't want to drive housing prices down. I want to drive housing prices up for people that own their homes.
He want to drive housing prices up. Okay. Cool. Glad we cleared that out, Jeff. Thanks. Love that. I know you can learn. We've spoken before. So go ahead and do that. All right. Now, he has to praise himself. And if you don't praise him, you're on the wrong side of things. But he's going to praise himself a little bit.
In 50 years, a president that's won, even a popular president, somebody that's done well. I'm popular and I've done well. I mean,
he's popular and he's done well. Where? He's got a horrible fucking approval rating. He's popular and he's doing well. He sits in a room where people just glaze his taint. That's what happens. Don't feel bad, Jeff. Just make sure you've researched the things that you say. That's all I ask of anybody. If you're going to say with confidence that he didn't say that, make sure he didn't say it.
I think we have the greatest economy actually ever in history. We broke 50 and we broke 7,000. They said I wouldn't do that for 4 years, and I did it in 1 year. We have to get the word out, okay?
What he's saying is, hey, stop calling out the fact that I actually suck and glaze me. This last video I have on him, I'm not sure what Peepaw's talking about, like at all. And he's going to say he was in Vietnam. I don't know. Peepaw.
I vote in the state of Connecticut. You don't need a photo ID. You can vote if you just show them a credit card or a debit card, which anybody can.
That's also not true. That's not fucking true. You can't just register to vote with a credit card in any state. Wildly untrue, but sure.
Get their hands on. I think it's a scam. I mean, it's just
remarkable. Connecticut is a very corrupt voting place. That's why a guy like Blumenthal can keep getting elected.
Thank you, Cassie, for the jewels. I appreciate you. Thank you for the jewels. Also, somebody said 80% approval rating is bad. Ronan, what poll has him at 80%? I would like to look at that.
Because it's, he admitted that he cheated on the war like nobody's ever cheated. He said he was a great.
How do you cheat on the war? How do you cheat on the war? What does that mean?
War hero from Vietnam. And I went to Vietnam for a couple of days, and I spent 2 more days than he did there. He was never there. And he keeps getting.
He went to Vietnam for a couple days? Doing what?
elected sort of amazing. It's amazing that he was able to get out of that one, but I bring it up because it was one of the most, maybe the most egregious I've ever seen.
What? Somebody said all the polls are made up by liberals. Really? Let's do Rasmussen. Rasmussen, Trump approval. Rasmussen is a right-leaning source, so that's going to be the best one that he has. Let's see, daily tracking poll for Wednesday. Okay. Rasmussen is right-leaning. Rasmussen is not not a left-leaning source, by the way, just so you know. Okay. Total approval. This is Rasmussen. February 11th. Total approval rating, 45%. Ooh. Oops. Oh, does News Nation do polls now too? Awesome. Let's look up News Nation.
Polls are going down, down,
Trump
down.
Approval poll. And honestly, I'm down like the economy. All right.
I can only count to 4.
What Americans think about Trump's first year back in office.
How did that make them angry?
They're citing AP in that poll, though, so that's not quite. Thank you for calling the stream. Age, state, who'd you vote for?
Did I vote for Kamala?
You voted for Kamala?
Yeah.
Okay, can I get your age?
Oh, I'm 64.
All right. Are you planning on voting in your midterms?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Well, I appreciate you. Make sure you get all the relevant information on those candidates and vote accordingly. I appreciate you calling in. Let me try and find, I'm trying to find one from News Nation. That one they were citing was AP. Full polls, results of News Nation National Survey. What's that? Maybe they don't run their own polls. No, I don't. No. Thank you, though. This one says immigration. Is this from them, or are they citing somebody else? That's Gallup. So I don't know that I don't know that News Nation cites their own polls. But again, Ronan, I'm waiting. Thank you, Vanilla, for the jewels also. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for doing that. Ronan hasn't gotten back to me. Where's the...
Ronan.
Where's the poll on that? 80%. I'd like to see 80% approval. Because no polls have that. I sent you the aggregate. You can scroll down and see all the polls. Thank you for yelling at me, Crow, because I won't see it. You know I won't see it. Don't click on it. Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Crow.
Why am I being hit with newspaper, Eli?
So this is real clear polling. This is going to be the aggregate. If you don't know what an aggregate is, it's the average. Ronan, he was at 81% in Republican. Yes. Okay, Ronan. Yeah, you're right. I've talked about this. I've shown the guy that you all hate because it says CNN on it and you can't stand him. We love our little football announcer, Harry Enton. Harry Enton cites these polls. What he does is cites these. These are aggregates of polling. He cites these polls. He'll cite AP, he'll cite YouGov, he'll cite Rasmussen. And he did in a video, I've shown it on here before, where 81% of Republicans were still supporting Trump. I'm shocked. We're talking about an overall. He's losing independents. That's the thing. Because he said 89% now, it's over 80%. I don't think it's 89 though. He's losing independents. Don't know if you know this. If you vote, when you get votes, whether you are a Democratic candidate or a Republican candidate, you do not win without independents. So losing independents means you're fucked for the midterms, means you're fucked for 2028. Thank you for calling the stream. Age, state, who'd you vote for?
Trump.
Age and state?
Florida and 50 years old.
Okay, why are you still supporting Trump?
Why not? Look what he's done at the border.
What did he do at the border?
Crime rates down.
What did he do at the border?
He shut it down. There hasn't been anybody come across.
What did he pass
over,
to shut it down?
months illegal.
What did he pass?
Listen.
No, what did he pass to shut it down?
This.
That's cute. Men. Okay.
Every time they do that, I just listen, Linda, listen.
Listen. Let me tell you something. Okay. The real clear polling average of favorable versus unfavorable. Favorable, 42.9%. Unfavorable, 54%. Okay? Got Harvard polling, Market Economist, YouGov, where all of this. Unfavorable is above the majority mark, above 50%. I'm sorry, Jedi. I just don't like when men tell me to stop interrupting them on my own fucking stream. Men don't need microphones, so I'm not going to tell you to start your own show, but also fuck off. Oh, my husband's here from Nam.
Uh-oh.
Crow wanted me to come up and talk about aggregate.
The Rock? Don't you talk about no rocks up here.
I like shiny rocks.
Okay, there you are. Ah, Swan, bye-bye.
That was a paste. That was
Oh, never mind.
Are you ready to talk about things with factual evidence and not your feelings?
Dude, I'm not. I'm trying to talk and you keep interrupting.
No,
don't
you
let me
want to
finish talking, just like
steamroll?
you do.
You
All
would like
people
to
do.
steamroll about talking points. If you want to talk about the border, we can talk
You
about the
interrupt
border.
us.
If you want to talk about yes, I did, because we're not going to steamroll talking points. We're going to go one at a time. So immigration.
Okay, border.
Okay.
He shut the border down. There's
With
not
what?
illegal immigrants coming across. ICE is sending people
So
back.
there's zero
which
again.
is
You're
the reason why
steamrolling.
crime
So
rate
there's
is down.
There's zero crossings, is what you're saying.
And say zero. There's zero. From what they say, yes. Look at the look. See, this is what's wrong with you liberals. Something positive's happen, and you try to find the.
I don't
twist, you
see it
try
as
to
a
change
positive,
things
but
up.
I'm asking you to prove it.
You
I
don't-
don't
okay,
personally,
so
but
you don't-
again, that's
you
your
don't see a
fifis.
positive-
That's your
You
fifis.
don't
I
see
don't
a
care.
no, it's not
Prove
my
to
fifis.
me,
You
prove
don't-
to
you
me,
don't see a
prove
positive
to me
of
that
illegal
zero people
immigrants
have
coming across.
crossed the border.
Listen,
Prove to
you
me
don't-
that
no, I
zero
didn't say that.
people have
Listen,
crossed the border.
You don't
Prove
see,
to
you
people
don't see
that
a problem of.
I was about to say, Jedi, you might as well pull it now.
Jesus Christ.
Men aren't well, and he's calling back. Guys, cover your ears for a second. Ah! Go away.
The screaming probably makes it.
You're a nom again.
Yep.
Every time.
I said the screaming will probably make him more likely to call back.
Probably. He probably likes it.
Men like it when women scream at them.
This is what you liberals do. You liberals want me to actually have facts behind the things I say. I just want to believe the things that I say. Why don't you just let me believe the things that I say?
I like how you
me tell you
aggressively got
something.
higher in octave. Let me tell you something.
I just want to say my feelings.
Scotty, can I buy you a foghorn?
Yes, please. I'll put it on my Amazon wish list today, Scotty.
How much do those things fucking... Hold on, I'm curious now.
You really need to order that tiny violin.
I'll put that on my wish list too. I need to update my wish list, guys. I do have an Amazon wish list. I'll update it. Wild.
Or there's this pin on this is my social battery. Starts.
Whenever you're done being a transformer.
Oh no!
we can... I'm just dropping him. I can't. I love you.
A foghorn is $29 or $24.
Oh. You just need one of them little ones. Think, eek. That's a clip. Damn it, Eli. Just like
pain.
If you
Make it stop.
I think if you're gonna make that a clip, Eli, you should like heighten the intensity.
Why? Why are
You ready
guys
for
like
more
this?
crashing out with fucking Pam Bondi in a bit?
Definitely in the mood for that in a bit. Like I said, I'll do a rundown on some of the clips and stuff tomorrow.
I have a few thing in my notes, so we can go through those together. But if you want to swap me down so I can start getting situated.
Yeah.
See you in a minute.
See you in a minute. Guys, we are almost to 100,000 likes. Let's get to 100,000 likes before I end today. I already took your call, so I don't need to talk to you again. It's so satisfying. Can be. It can be. That's true. God. They're on some wild shit. So yeah, that's my plan is I'm going to go through the Pam Bondi clips tonight, make the outline for tomorrow where we can fact check Pam Bondi the same way that we fact checked Todd Lyons today. That's my plan. I did have some other things that we can talk about tomorrow. I have stuff on the Fulton County. I have stuff on elections, stuff on Caroline Leavitt's presser also. And then I would like to try, it's going to be a lot of work, so I might do it over the weekend, is dedicate a day to go over, which I think that'll probably go into Bondi stuff too, to be fair. But go into more on Epstein again. You're not getting away from this. MAGA is falling apart. They are bursting at the fucking seams. It's a mess. They're a mess. That's just what it is. So guys, if you would like to make sure before we end and go raid Olive that we get that, we're almost there, guys. Almost there. I'm watching it in real time. Get that up to 100,000 likes so we can go raid Olive. But I am multi-streaming, so make sure once you get off that you go find me. It's the same username, just Monty Duh, on Twitch and YouTube's, so that you can go and subscribe, follow, whatever you want on there. It's a different viewing experience if you guys would prefer it on there. That's awesome. We're almost there. Almost there. You guys are doing wonderful. We're going to be almost. Where is it? 100,000 likes. W, you guys. I'm so proud of you. Thank you guys for kicking that out, getting that goal out. I know it's a little silly. I would just like to hit that 100,000 likes. I've seen where, I love y'all, but I've seen where like Hector and people only have 200 people watching and be hitting 100,000 likes every like fucking 30 minutes. So I know that we can do this every day. We can get that going. All right. Everybody. That is Twitch. That is YouTube. That is TikTok. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys for sitting through my little outlines. Thank you guys for kicking out that goal. So let me thank them again. That is Danielle AW. And then we've got Lenati and Rachel. Thank you so much. And Scotty as well on the Pal Pay. Thank you guys so much for kicking out that goal today. I really appreciate it. I'm going to pay my water bill with that. So thank you guys so much. And I will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, whatever time that is for you. We're going to go raid Olive if you are on the TikTok. YouTube and Twitch, that doesn't mean much to you. But on the TikTok, we are going to go raid Olive, do a Monty raid in Olives. Thank you, Vanilla, for the jewels. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for the super chats today. Thank you guys so much for the support. Take care of yourselves. Spend time with friends and family. Drink your water. Do all the good things. And I will see you guys tomorrow.